No easy way to get there. If I make this 2, I'm probably going to end up playing it safe on myself trying to get to that 3. Can you see that from here? Here's the shot that you have to have in your pocket at all times. If you can do that every single time, you can survive a lot of stuff. Okay? Now, what is the secret to the roll-up shot? There's a couple, but there's one primary. You have to practice it. You cannot look at this shot and know how to do this. Generally, when you're trying to figure out the angle that it's going to take to get your cue ball behind the 4, look at the angle that you think, cut it in half. How much off center should I hit that 2 ball to end up behind the 4?
Barely.
What's barely? 1/8 of an inch? Okay. What do you think, Jim? If I'm going to slide up behind that 4, if I hit the 2 ball, am I going to hit 1/8 of an inch to the right? Think that's about right? You see what I'm asking, right? You shoot this ball, you end up with a cue ball here. How far off center am I going to have you hit the 2 ball?
1/10 of an inch.
1/10 of an inch. Okay. I got a metric guy over here. Joe, how much do you think?
maybe a 16th of an inch somewhere.
16th of an inch is good. No more than that.
16?
16.
Wow.
Now I'm going to hit this ball here straight. I'm going to hit this ball 1/8 of an inch off. See it slide off that ball? I got away with it, but it was going on the other side of that ball, wasn't it? Okay? 16th of an inch on the same shot. Here's the middle, 16th of an inch. Okay, that's dead center, right? That's no English at all. I'll hit it at 16th of an inch. Center, 16th of an inch. That's enough to get that. Okay? You gotta hit it at least. If you look at the shot and you say 1/8 of an inch, go half that much. Most of the time that's the case. If you've got a ball that you have to travel and they're a long way apart, like this 2 and this 7, how much more would I cut this ball if they're that far apart?
30 seconds.
No, it's going to be more. Because I'm going further to the side. I'm not rolling up the ball right next to me. I'm rolling the ball up here.
Probably well over an 8 though.
An 1/8 is right. That's exactly right. 1/8 is right. If I go any more than that, that's what you're going to get. And you're not going to get that ball to the rail, actually. That particular shot. This much distance. Here's the middle, 1/8 of an inch. Okay. That shot comes up in every variation. What times does it become difficult? Is when you've got to get a ball behind another one and you're close to the ball here, but this ball's got to get to a rail. Right? How would I change that?
To hit it without top, you can center.
Hit it center is right. You hit the ball center, same amount of distance. This rolls a couple inches, that rolls about as long as you need to have a good center cue. Okay?
It's still a 16th of an inch.
Yeah, if that on that one, because they're right here next to each other. I mean, just about. Now, if you hit it with center and you learn how to hit it at the right speed, you can even go forward a little with center. Tighten up that angle. Center cue ball gets that ball to the end rail, and this ball still only rolls a couple inches forward. Okay? That's one shot. Now, all I can tell you is I can show you this all day long. If you don't practice it, you can't do it. If you want to learn to do it, shoot 50 a day for a week. And all of a sudden, this shot is in your pocket. You can pull it out anytime. You don't like what you got, freeze them on the ball and let them kick at it. You know, I mean, I can't tell you how many times in reps. This is one of my most fun things to do. And this just shows you what a sadistic son of a gun I am. Is I wait till the end of racks. And they're looking around. I got balls tied up at the end of the rack. And I'm down to my last 3 balls on the table. Like this. And they're trying to figure out how I'm going to break that sucker up. Right? I'm not going to break that ball up at all. I'm going to play position on that ball. So the shot that they're going to see when they're waiting for me to break that up is that one. And I'll tell you right now, if you're in the middle of a match, that will break more hearts than you breaking that out and running out. It'll really hurt the confidence of the player you're playing against. Okay, but those are that's one shot. Here's another one. This is called a crossover. Okay, this is one of the simplest ones there is. You're sitting here with this problem. You got no shot on the 7, right? You got another ball right there. It doesn't have to be the 8, it can be anything. This is called a crossover. You replace one ball with the other ball. If you hit it, if you learn where the ball needs to go, in this particular case, all it needs to go is behind this ball. So you hit this one just hard enough to get it behind that ball and replace the other one. Okay? The reason that's such a good shot is that those balls are close together and you put this in the middle. What's the hardest ball to kick at? Ball in the middle of the table. You got a 2 1/4 inch mistake. That's it. Now, that shot also comes up when they're not so good. They're not so close together. A little tougher to get that ball exactly right. So when you do this one, you still try to get there, but you make sure this ball gets far enough to where if they did pop out on one side or another, it's a bang. You never leave a straight shot with that. To get that, obviously, that's the best thing. But sometimes when they're further apart like this, it's a little more difficult to predict that you're going to get exactly right. But as long as you get this ball to this rail, as long as it gets far enough, you just don't want to leave a straight shot. You want to leave a bang. Okay? So when you're looking at this shot, if you're not sure you can get there, then make sure you get this ball across. Force them to bank if they don't get the safety. If you're sitting there looking at this, you're still leaving them a tough shot. Still not a given, right? That's called a roll-up. And normally you're going to play that ball almost always with just straight top. After a while, you can get really kind of good at this, and you can get a little tricky. Whereas you get a shot like this, and you want to get a little tighter on the 8, you can play a little inside English, so when it comes back, it creases up against it like that. Okay? That's usually inside English to straighten that ball up off the red. That's a lot tougher to kick at because they got to go away from the ball to kick it. Okay? Easy shot though, right? Do you ever think about these shots? You get these messes like this. What do I do? I got a great bank shot there. Well, you do. As long as you want to try that, you might make it, you know. But this shot, look at how simple this is. You roll 2 inches. He's in jail. Okay? That's shot number 2. Shot number 3 is this one. Comes up just a few times playing 9. You want to get behind the 8, right? What if I tell you shoot this ball the same way every single time? Nothing has to vary. You're going to shoot the exact quarter ball shot, halfway between the center and the left-hand edge. What that does with this shot is it sends this ball a long way and this ball a short way. I'm going to go ahead and hit the ball quarter shot this time. I hit the ball full way. Quarter ball shot, what happens is this ball slides to the rail. If it slides to the rail slow, this ball travels a long way. You've got your hook. It doesn't really matter how far this ball is out. It really doesn't matter really how far this ball is away from the 8. As long as it doesn't cross the middle line. Cross the middle line, you can't do it and get behind that ball without spin. See how far this is off the rail? I'm still going to play a quarter ball, and I'm still going to get the same result. No English, quarter ball shot.
Quarter ball is
Halfway between the middle and the left-hand edge. Quarter ball. So if you're looking at it this way, there's the middle, there's the edge, halfway in between. Okay? What that does is that slows down the cue ball, speeds up the object ball. All day long. Doesn't matter where the ball is. Tell me if you can do that every time, it's not going to win you some games. You're going to win you a lot of games. Okay? That's 3 so far. I got another. Oh, right. The escape from everything. The escape from everything. Here's what you got. You got this shot right here, and you're just not feeling this cut shot in the corner, right? I don't feel this cut shot in the corner very often, honestly. So what you do, if you don't like the shot you got, does anybody like this shot? Is there anybody that looks at that shot and says, ah, he fell right in my trap? No, you don't. You look at that shot and you go, oh crap, what am I going to do with this? It's exactly what your opponent's going to say too. But you want to get this ball up there. How do you know how to do that? The table is a rectangle. You come from here, you measure to here. If I shoot there, if that was a rail, it would go to the middle diamond there, right? It's a triangle. It becomes a diamond in the middle. All right? So you line up this with this. And if you're a good waltzer, you take a step to your right and line up your shot. That tells you exactly where to shoot it. You shoot that ball at that angle, guess where it's going? Diamond number 2. Okay? So when you don't like what you got, you don't have to like what you got. You come over here, you measure here, it tells you where to shoot. You just rotate around to wherever your cue ball is. It says that's where you hit. Where's that ball going? You just escape from anything, right? Now the only thing you want to practice on that shot is just got to remember, I just shot it really fast like that. I'm going to prove a point. If I'm going to shoot that in the game, and I really want to get it up there, I know my spot, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. You feel that speed, right? Because if I don't feel that speed, I might end up leaving him a shot. Okay? So when you're shooting your ball, you want to feel your distance. Sometimes it's a weird angle. But just remember, you still want to shoot the shot by measuring from the center. This is the edge. 1, 2, 3. It should be a little better than the last time because I had one practice shot at it. All the way down. You know, that's how I missed it by a foot. But the point is, nobody likes that shot. And you can escape with that shot at any time.
Kevin, would you consider putting lift on that so that the cue ball is in more?
Okay. Good point. Good point. Well, exactly. If you're playing 9-ball and you're playing a safety, let's say you got an 8-ball right here. You'd like to leave the cue ball behind that, right? As long as you do this part right, you can focus on staying